From Ball State University's Unified Media Newsroom, this is NewsLink Indiana on Ball State PBS.
Welcome to NewsLink Indiana on Ball State PBS. I'm Philip Chorzay. Here in Muncie, the 2020 census showed a large drop in the city's population. NewsLink Indiana's Kara Przuchik explains why some people are concerned the student population was not accurately represented.
The census is a survey that tracks every community, as each one is different. But how does a community full of college students who are at home because of COVID get the numbers that actually represent them? That's the question Muncie Mayor Dan Ridenhour is trying to answer. Ball State switched to online learning in March 2020, before census data was taken. Mayor Ridenhour says that the last shift in population made census data inaccurate. In a post on Facebook, he said, "I believe the data implies the population counts for Muncie and Delaware County may be short by nearly 2,500 residents." Ridenhour says the drop in population numbers was caused by students who didn't fill out their census or who filled it out incorrectly. Ball State students are supposed to list Muncie as their primary residence, but some students say they view off-campus housing as temporary.
I think the truth is that I'm mostly at home. So like with the census, do you really like fill out where you're at temporarily or where you're living at like most of your time?
But even with some students missing the census, economist Michael Higgs says it's unlikely census data was incorrect.
It's just implausible that it's 2,500 people. It's far more likely to be 250.
Instead, Hicks says the drop in population was caused by a loss of school-aged children in Muncie, as well as a shift towards online enrollment at Ball State. Mayor Ridenhour says he plans to work with local and federal representatives to make sure census data is accurate. In Muncie, Kara Przuchik, NewsLink Indiana.
Several universities across the nation have asked congressional representatives to review 2020 census data. Now let's take a look at today's NewsLink Indiana weather. After a cooler, calmer day today, things will warm up, back up in the 7-day forecast. Temperatures will be back in the 80s and it'll be mostly dry. And that's your NewsLink Indiana News Brief on Ball State PBS. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back Friday night at 6:57.